If you are over 60 and drinking beet juice for your circulation, there is a very good chance it is not working the way you think it is. Not because beet juice is ineffective, it is genuinely powerful, but after 65, 3 biological changes happen inside your body that quietly cut beet juice's circulatory effect nearly in half, and not one doctor in 100 will tell you about them at a routine appointment. Cold feet that never fully warm up, legs heavy by 2 in the afternoon, hands that go numb holding a steering wheel for 20 minutes. If any of those are your daily reality that is not aging, that is a specific correctable nutrient gap. And today I'm showing you exactly how to close it. I am Dr. Thomas. This is a countdown of the 6 most powerful additions you can make to your beet juice to restore the blood flow your body has been losing, some of which double, and in one case, nearly triple the circulatory response compared to beet juice alone. The ingredient at number 1 has clinical data that permanently changed how I think about vascular nutrition in adults over 60. It does not add to beet juice's effect, it repairs the biological damage, silently preventing beet juice from working in your body for years. But before the countdown, I want to hear from you right now. Drop your age in the comments and tell me, are you currently drinking beet juice, and if so, are you drinking it alone, or have you been adding anything to it? I read every single comment on this channel, and your answers directly shape what I bring you every week. Now, let us count down from 6. Ingredient 6 is fresh lemon juice. Before you skip past this, the biochemical reason it belongs here changes how you should think about every glass of beet juice you have ever consumed. Beet juice produces nitric oxide through a 2-step conversion. Step 1. Bacteria on your tongue convert nitrites into nitrites. Step 2. Your stomach converts nitrites into active nitric oxide, the molecule that tells your arterial walls to relax and widen. Here's the problem. That second step requires an acidic environment. After 65, stomach acid declines by 30 to 40% without adequate acidity. The conversion runs cold. A significant portion of the nitrites your body produced never become nitric oxide. You are swallowing a powerful drink, and your body is processing it like tap water. Fresh lemon juice contains citric acid and vitamin C. Both restore the acidic environment that conversion depends on. Researchers at the University of Southampton found adding vitamin C to dietary nitrate intake increased measurable nitric oxide byproducts in the blood by 33% in older adults compared to nitrate intake without it. Squeeze 1 full lemon into your beet juice immediately before drinking. Let the mixture sit 60 seconds before consuming. That contact time allows citric acid to prime the conversion environment before the blend reaches your stomach. Ingredient 5 is raw garlic, 1 to 2 cloves crushed, blended directly into your juice. What fresh garlic does alongside beet juice's nitrates involves a mechanism most cardiologists are not aware of. Robert, 71 years old, retired engineer, 3 years of circulation pain in his legs, sharp enough that he had stopped attending his weekly church service because the walk from the parking lot had become impossible. 4 months of beet juice produced modest improvement. 2 cloves of raw garlic added to his daily blend. Within 5 weeks, his walking distance before pain onset had nearly doubled. His vascular specialist documented measurable improvement in his ankle brachial index at his next assessment. Here is the mechanism. Raw garlic produces allicin the moment it is crushed. Allicin directly inhibits an enzyme called ADMA, asymmetric dimethyl arginine, which functions as a biological brake on nitric oxide production after 70 ADMA levels increase by an estimated 25% above normal adult levels. That is one of the primary biochemical reasons nitric oxide side declines so significantly with age, independent of everything you are already doing correctly. Beet juice delivers the raw materials. Garlic releases the brake. Researchers at the University of Alabama at Birmingham found combined nitrate and allicin intake in adults over 65 produced a 28% greater improvement in arterial flexibility compared to nitrate intake alone over 12 weeks. Crush 2 raw cloves. Rest them 10 minutes after crushing. This maximizes allicin production. Blend into your juice and consume on an empty stomach. ADMA peaks during overnight fasting. Garlic's inhibitory effect is most powerful at that exact moment. Ingredient 4 is pure unsweetened raw cacao powder. Cacao contains the highest known dietary concentration of flavonols, specifically epicatogen, that activate nitric oxide production through the endothelial pathway. This is completely separate from the dietary nitrate pathway beet juice uses. Beet juice is a fuel delivery system, sending raw material to your vascular cells. Cacao flavonols are a factory upgrade, increasing the production capacity of the cells processing that material. Combined output does not add, it compounds. Harvard Medical School researchers analyzing the Cosmos Cocoa trial, over 21,000 participants, found regular flavanol-rich cattle consumption associated with a 32% reduction in cardiovascular mortality, most pronounced in adults over 70. A separate mechanistic study found a synergistic nitric oxide response 58% greater than either compound alone in adults averaging 71 years of age. After 75 endothelial cells lose approximately 35% of their nitric oxide synthase activity. Cacao flavonols are among the very few dietary compounds shown to partially restore that lost enzymatic activity, not slow the decline, partially reverse it. 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw cacao powder blended into your juice. Never Dutch processed cocoa alkalizing treatment destroys up to 90% of flavanol content. Add a pinch of black pepper. Piperine inhibits the enzyme that breaks down flavanols in digestion, extending their biological activity by up to 2 additional hours. Pause here before the top 3, lemon, garlic, and cacao, all work on the same primary system, increasing nitric oxide through different entry points in the same pathway. Ingredients 3, 2, and 1 work on entirely different biological systems that beet juice alone cannot touch, even if you have been doing everything right. What comes next adds mechanisms your circulation currently has no access to at all. If this is reaching you for the first time, if nobody has ever told you that beet juice is running at half capacity without these additions, hit the like button right now. Other adults over 60 dealing with cold feet, leg pain, and circulation fatigue will only find this video if you engage with it. And if you are not subscribed, subscribe now. Every week I bring you research calibrated specifically to your biology of adults over 60, not general health advice. Your biology, your decade, your solutions. Now the top 3, ingredient 3, is fresh ginger root, grated raw, never powdered. Its mechanism involves hemorrheology, the science of blood viscosity. After 75, blood viscosity increases by an estimated 18% above normal adult levels. Red blood cells become stiffer, less able to squeeze through the tiniest capillaries, supplying your fingers, toes, and peripheral tissues. Think of the difference between water and slightly thickened syrup moving through a narrow straw. A small increase in thickness produces a dramatic reduction in flow. The beet juice dilates the channels, the ginger, thins the fluid moving through them. One targets the pipe, the other targets what flows through it. 2 completely independent mechanisms attacking the same problem simultaneously. Ginger's gingerols and shogols inhibit thromboxane A2 synthesis, the specific process that causes platelets to aggregate and blood to thicken. A randomized controlled trial from the University of Sydney found adults over 65 consuming therapeutic amounts of fresh ginger showed a 23% reduction in platelet aggregation within 4 weeks. Combined with beet juice nitrates, researchers described the peripheral circulation improvement as exceeding the predictions of simple addition, a true biological synergy. Grate 1 to 2 inches of fresh ginger directly into your blend. Consume immediately before a 10 to 15 minute walk. Movement activates gingerol compounds more rapidly, and the combination of mechanical circulation from exercise with the pharmacological effect of the drink produces compounding benefits that persist for several hours after both stimuli have passed. Ingredient 2 is L-arginine powder, the direct molecular raw material for nitric oxide production inside your vascular cells. Think about what you have built. Lemon restored the conversion environment. Garlic released the ADMA brake. Cacao upgraded endothelial production capacity. Ginger thinned the blood those cells are moving, but every factory, no matter how upgraded, can only produce as much output as its supply line allows. L-arginine is that raw material. Without it, the entire upgraded system remains supply limited. I want to tell you about James, 78 years old, retired contractor, 4 years of Raynaud's phenomenon, painful vascular spasms in his fingers triggered by cold temperatures. He had stopped woodworking, a craft he practiced for 40 years, because he could no longer hold tools reliably below 65 degrees. His physician had him on medication with partial benefit. 3 grams of L-arginine added to his daily beet juice blend within 7 weeks, his first symptom-free week since the condition began. Within 5 months, his physician reduced his medication dose based on documented clinical improvement. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine found L-arginine supplementation in adults over 65 with peripheral vascular disease produced a 22% improvement in walking distance over 12 weeks, with the benefit most pronounced when taken alongside dietary nitrate sources, meaning beet juice specifically. After 70, the enzyme that recycles L-arginine within vascular cells declines by an estimated 20%. Your body needs more L-arginine to maintain the same nitric oxide output it generated effortlessly 2 decades ago. The supply line has thinned. Most people have no idea. 3 to 5 grams of pure unflavored L-arginine powder stirred into your blend daily. Its vascular effects are cumulative, building sustained plasma levels over 4 to 6 weeks of consistent use. Never take it within 2 hours of a high-fat meal. Dietary fats transiently spike ADMA, the same brake garlic inhibits. Garlic already present in the blend simultaneously neutralizes that spike. The combination is particularly potent for exactly that reason. Number 1, the ingredient you have almost certainly been discarding every single morning. Think back to the last time you brought fresh whole beets. What did you do with the leafy green tops? If you're like the vast majority of people watching this right now, you pulled them off and put them straight in the trash. I want you to sit with that for a moment. From a vascular medicine standpoint, you may have been throwing away the most cardiovascularly powerful part of the plant every single time. Beet greens contain a compound called betaine, also known as trimethylglycine, in concentrations 3 to 4 times higher than the beetroot itself. Betaine does not dilate blood vessels directly. It works through an entirely different pathway, one that makes every other ingredient on this list perform more powerfully. Betaine is the most potent dietary reducer of homocysteine found in any natural food source. Homocysteine is an amino acid that accumulates in your blood as you age. Elevated homocysteine acts like a corrosive agent on the inner lining of your arteries, creating microscopic inflammation, triggering plaque accumulation, and progressively destroying the arterial flexibility that nitric oxide depends on to produce vasodilation. Every ingredient before this one has been working to produce and deliver nitric oxide to your arterial walls. Betaine repairs the walls themselves. The factory was supplied, upgraded, and fueled. Number 1 restores the structural integrity of the building it operates inside after 65 homocysteine levels rise significantly in the majority of adults. It is now recognized as one of the strongest independent risk factors for cardiovascular disease, stroke, and peripheral artery disease in older populations. Most patients never hear about it at a routine appointment. Researchers at Wageningen University in the Netherlands found beta-tine supplementation equivalent to 2 to 3 servings of beet greens reduced plasma homocysteine by an average of 11% over 6 weeks. A study examining the combination of dietary nitrates with beta-tine in adults over 65 found participants consuming both showed a 47% greater improvement in endothelial function compared to those consuming nitrates alone. The mechanism is precise. Homocysteine damages the endothelial cells where nitric oxide is produced. Bethylene clears the homocysteine. Beet juice nitrates then have a structurally intact, inflammation-free arterial surface to work with. You are not just supplying the system, you are restoring its capacity to respond. Blend the greens from 2 to 3 fresh beets directly into your juice. If your beets come without tops, look for beet green powder in supplement form, approximately 500 milligrams per teaspoon. Add it to your complete blend, lemon, garlic, cacao, ginger, and L-arginine under 5 minutes to prepare 6 non-overlapping biological mechanisms addressed simultaneously. Drink the complete preparation 90 minutes before your most physically demanding activity of the day. The nitric oxide peak at 90 minutes aligns precisely with the window when your peripheral circulation benefits most from maximum vasodilatory support. If you are 67 or 74 or 81 years old and your circulation has been declining, if your legs ache, your hands go cold, your feet go numb, your walking distance has quietly shrunk, and you've been told, this is simply what aging looks like. The research does not support passive acceptance of that trajectory. Your circulation is not permanently broken, it is nutrient depleted, enzymatically undersupported, and substrate limited in ways that specific targeted interventions directly and measurably address every ingredient on this list was studied in adults your age. Every effect described was measured using the same tools your cardiologist uses. None of this is theoretical. The people on this channel are not the ones who accepted "just manage it" as a final answer. They decided that answer was not good enough. If that is you, subscribe now. Every week, research built specifically for your biology, your decade, your body. Tell me in the comments which ingredient surprised you most and which combination you're starting tomorrow. I read every response. Your arteries are waiting for what they need. What you add to that cup tomorrow morning may be the most consequential decision you make for your vascular health this year. If this video helped you today, please share it. Not for the numbers, for someone you actually care about, a family member, a close friend. And if this reached you, help Dr. Thomas reach 10,000 subscribers, because this is exactly what 1,000 people need to hear. I will see you in the next.